ready to recap a review this week's episode of Awkward, and it is called, let me look real quick and see, Listen to This. So the reason why it's called Listen to This is because Maddie, oh wait, that's not his name, Jake. And the reason why it's called Listen to This is because Jake pretty much opens the episode and he's like playing on his guitar, you know, and they're making like a little music video around like the pool. Like there's girls in swimsuits, everybody's hanging out, Jen is talking to her bestie, and what happens? Alright, so Jen is basically talking to Tamara and she's telling her like, yeah, me and Maddie slept together last night. I don't know what I'm going to do about it, all that good stuff. And Tamara's just like, you know, I hope you're not going to be sophomore year, Jenna. I hope that senior year, Jenna has it together. So basically they're talking about Maddie and Jenna, being the awkward girl that she is, she ends up tripping and falling and she hits her nose and is bleeding, and Maddie like brings her in the house. He's like, oh, let me get you a tampon so I can, you know, stop the bleeding, whatever. So basically while Maddie is looking for something to, you know, fix her nose or whatever to stop the bleeding, he's like going through stuff and he finds like this thing on like a little notepad thing or whatever, we'll just say. And I'm pretty sure the note was about him because basically throughout the entire episode he was pretty much ignoring her, and the note that he might have found might have been a college essay that maybe she was writing about, and she was, you know, writing about Maddie, whatever. We don't really know. We'll probably end up finding out in like next week's episode or whatever, but she was like texting him, and come to find out oops, I left out a big part. So Jenna also, like when she fell, she also like lost a tooth and she had to get a bunch of dental work done, and her mom also had her wisdom teeth pulled out at the same time. So it was like she's walking around like a chipmunk, and I know that had to be painful because when I lost my wisdom tooth like last year, a couple of years ago, it is not fun, like trust me. And so basically she can't talk for like 24 hours because she's had all this dental work done or whatever. And she was like sending texts to Maddie like, hey, you know, what's going on? I got some dental work done. How are you? And basically every time she tries to talk to him, he pretty much just blows her off. He's like, okay, you know, whatever. And towards the end of the episode, we see Jenna trying to talk to him one more time. And he's pretty much just like, she's like, why have you been blowing me off? You know, what's been going on? And he's pretty much like, it's not you. So Jenna is in a position where she pretty much feels like sophomore Jenna, where, you know, Maddie was doing her bogus. He was ignoring her. He wasn't claiming her, nothing like that. And, you know, I think that Maddie just needs to be a man and tell her what was in the letter or whatever it was that he saw, because, you know, they were kind of cool and they were kind of vibing and they were kind of on the path to getting back together. I mean, they were sleeping together and they were talking to each other, you know, and then once he saw whatever it was that he saw, he pretty much just got freaked out, slammed the door, and was like, I don't want to see you, Jenna. You can't come into Maddie's zone. So hopefully they can work things out, because, like, the whole Maddie and Jenna story, they always go back and forth. They're together, then they're not together. You know, he's doing something crazy, she's doing something crazy. It's like, dang, we all just let them be together? Like, come on now. Like, they've been doing this for the past few seasons, but whatever. So the other really exciting thing that happened in the episode was, you know, Jake was doing that whole music video thing like we said in the beginning, or like I said rather, at the beginning of the episode. You know, he's trying to launch his music career. He's got a music video, you know, he's trying to do big things, whatever. And basically Tamara is not supporting him. She hasn't listened to his music. You know, she's just been kind of dogging him out, to be honest. Like, you got this boyfriend and you really only want to be with him because for prom season and because senior year you do a lot of couple things, and it's like, but you don't really like him, like you're not even really into Jake like that anymore. So it's kind of like, okay, like even if you're not really into, you know, Jake's music, if you're really into a guy, you're going to support him whatever he's going to do, unless it's something really wild and crazy, but you're going to support him whatever it is that he's going to do. And you know, you're not really supporting him. You just kind of like, okay, whatever, Jake, I'll listen to your song, whatever. Jake saw all this and eventually he was like, okay, Tamara, we need to break up because you don't really care about me. Jake, like, she wasn't even trying to hide it. Like, she was just like, oh, Jake, I finally listened to your music and it was actually not that bad. It was actually pretty good. And it's like, girl, you can't be doing your man like that. Like, you got to pay attention to him. You got to be supportive of him. You got to talk about the things that he likes. Like, you can't just be like, whatever, and then expect for him to not notice, because guys will definitely notice. But yeah, so that happened and he pretty much broke up with her. And they're probably going to get back together because it's Tamara and Jake. And they're just like Jenna and Maddie. They're always breaking up and getting back together and breaking up and getting back together. So yeah. So that's pretty much what happened in this episode. Tamara and Jake had their little falling out. And then Jenna was having trouble with Maddie and he finds this thing. So I guess next week we'll find out. Hopefully next week we'll find out what it was that Maddie found, because they only show us like a little clipboard thing and it's like we don't really know. Like, that's not really telling us anything, and I do want Maddie and Jenna to get back together, because it's like I just want them to be together and to stop breaking up so much. But I saw the previews for this season and they're probably not going to get back together, because I think Jenna ends up finding a new guy or whatever down the road, so that kind of sucks. So yeah. Alright, so that's it for this week's recap. Leave me your thoughts below on if you think Jenna should try to get back with Maddie. Should she leave him alone? Should she keep on trying to pursue him? Or should she just work on trying to or should she just work up or should she just continue to work on getting her grade level up and her class rank? Like, what should she do? Leave me your thoughts in the comments below and I will talk to you guys in the next recap. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be recapping the episode of Degrassi, and it was the mid-season finale, and I have my kitty here. She's